Aujourd'hui, je suis en l'India West. Today I'm in the West Indies, the French West Indies, in Guadeloupe. And I just left the cruise terminal, and my main goal for today is to try and get to Deshaies, to find the Death in Paradise set I'm trying to get there by public transport. So I've left the cruise ship as soon as possible, because I think it's just over an hour to get there on the bus, and I want to make sure I get back in time. So the first thing I'm doing now is looking for the bus station to actually see if there is a bus going there. I've got some kind of timetable, but I think it's outdated, but if I'm right and I find out, then it should be bus number 103. There should be one at 9:15, and at 9:15 and 9:50, and I think the time now is around 9:10, so I don't think I'll make the first one, but I'll have a look anyway. I think I've found the bus to Deshaies.
Kim can drive it, love? Kim can drive it?
Vous allez Deshaies?
Yes.
Combien pour retourner?
3 hours.
3 hours.
You speak English?
I speak English.
Okay, little. Okay, you're going to the
Deshaies and then
okay.
back. Yes.
Okay, I have 3 hours.
3 euros there, and then I pay 3 euros.
6 hours totally.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
The center, the country,
Yeah.
or the beach?
The centre.
Stop? Okay, good.
Okay. Merci bien.
It's my stop.
Oh, okay, thank you. Merci bien.
C'est bon là ou plus là-bas?
Je ne sais pas, c'est le centre ici?
En fin de compte, ça commence là, tout ça sur le bout de derrière.
Ok.
Quelque part de particulier?
Pardon?
Est-ce que tu vas quelque part ici?
Je vais à la gendarmerie et...
Ah, gendarmerie!
Parce que nous sommes en Angleterre, une télévision série
okay.
Death in Paradise.
Eh bien, ok. The Paradise, here.
Ouais.
Ok.
Je marche seulement.
Ouais, c'est là, c'est partout là.
Ok, merci bien. Et c'est aussi ici le bus pour retourner?
Non, de l'autre côté.
Ok.
Ok, c'est en face.
Ouais.
Le supermarché.
Je vois. Ok. Merci
Ok.
bien. Merci bien. Bonne journée.
À vous aussi.
So I'm now here. I've now left Guadeloupe, and I'm now in Saint-Marie. I can't actually notice anything as of yet. So I'm going to walk to the seafront. And here it is. Here is the Église Saint-Pierre et Saint-Paul in Saint-Marie. It's very hot, very, very hot. And I'm very red, I think. I can see the police station there. I'm going to go there in about 3 minutes, after I've had a look inside the church. There's been quite a few scenes filmed in this church. So I'm going to take a seat as though I was in one of those scenes. And I've got here just in time for what I believe is the 11 o'clock bells. This place, Saint-Marie or Deshaies in Guadeloupe, it does look like paradise. Not sure you can actually get through there. Looks like it's more of a storage place. Here you can get a glimpse of the Honoré police station. I've come back to the beachfront where Catherine's bar is, because the Honoré police station you have to pay €15 to enter, which I probably will do, but I'm going to go to the bar first because it looked quite quiet at the time that I passed earlier. And here it is, the infamous bar. Now, unfortunately, I'd planned for one of these two seats to be for me and the other one to be for Camille Bourdet. But Camille, she hasn't showed up yet. Maybe she'll turn up a bit later. But if not, then if anyone's watching this that knows Camille Bourdet or Sarah Martins, then just let her know that I'll be waiting here whenever she wants to arrive. The weather here is almost perfect. Well, it's probably the definition of idyllic. Absolutely no one in this bar at the moment. No JP, no Dwayne, no Marlon. Florence obviously isn't here anymore, and we have a new detective on the way. And here inside the bar is the aforementioned Camille Bourdet with Humph. There's Dwayne and I'm trying to remember his name. Is it Fidel? Ben Miller, JP, the main man. And I'm in her bar at the moment. So this is where several detectives have come to drink away some of their concerns and worries. And it's a really nice bar, there's some nice pictures in here of previous Death in Paradise episodes. And it's fine by me because there's lots of pictures of Camille. Catherine isn't here, unfortunately. They very kindly allow me to walk in just to look around and take pictures. They seem very kind people here in Guadeloupe. I've had a look around Catherine's bar, both inside and out, and I can't really explain that this genuinely is like a paradise. So now I'm going to walk along the beach towards Pointe A Pitre police station. So just outside the front of the Pointe A Pitre police station there are some public toilets and a small tourist information office, which I did go in and ask for a map of Deshaies. It's actually not Deshaies. Turns out it's Deshaies, which I also asked in the tourist information how it was pronounced. So it's Deshaies. But I'm actually in Saint-Maurice, not Deshaies. But yeah, there's public toilets just in front of Pointe A Pitre police station. And free. And a little tourist information. But like I said, I didn't get much information from there. And if you're wondering what the public toilets look like in Guadeloupe, then in Deshaies, Guadeloupe, or in Saint-Maurice, then the answer is pretty clean, except the toilet next door wasn't very clean in itself, but the actual bathrooms are pretty decent. So the car park area is free of the Pointe A Pitre police station, without doubt. Still can't see Camille. Don't know if she's parked up somewhere. And the little double motorcycle thing that Dwayne and JP used to ride in, that's not here either. I think I will go in and have a look inside the Pointe A Pitre station, although €15 does seem kind of steep, because I don't know how much there is to see in there. Maybe the jail cell as well, around the back. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ah, c'est ok pour
Yeah.
en passant.
Forward.
Do you have avez-vous changé pour enfin, c'est bien.
Sorry, I just.
That's fine. Yeah. Parfait. Merci bien. So here is the detective's chair. Here are the jail cells where the murderers, or maybe they've done something else. This is where they spend the night. Since I paid my €15, I'm gonna test out the mattress. It's actually quite a comfy mattress. The roofs above are quite interesting. Luckily Sophie isn't in the cell next to me. Although if you are in this cell on the left, you do get a nice little view out here. And it's all open-aired as well. Now I'm going to head back into the office. And there is Camille's seat. I can't actually remember who is in the series at the moment, but Marlon and I think Darlene were the last two sat in those two seats there. And I guess this is where they make their drinks and wash their hands. And they've got the music playing here as well, which is nice. And here is the Saint-Maurice police uniform. I wonder if they've got any jobs going. Now behind it is quite interesting. I don't know, this could actually be from maybe an episode. They've got like police report requests and crime scene logs. I'd have to go back and watch through. December 16th, Samaree Beach, Tucker Leone in Samaree. Maybe that is actually from an episode. Here we've got harassment, El Regis, Samaree. Financial records. Let's take this over to Camille's desk. Theo Ruesch, born in England. Not sure whether that's an English second name. Got all his transactions. Committed an offence at the Ocean Casino. With a couple of notes here. Paul Rayner, armed robbery of 750,000. Manslaughter of Philip Tate in the Ocean Casino from gunshot from Paul Rayner. They've even got the Samaree Police Station Honoré logos. I didn't know Camille was a Cuban cigar smoker, although it's not Camille here anymore. This is actually definitely worth the €15. It's got the results requested by Neville Parker, ballistic reports. Confirmed accurate results show the sub-nose revolver to be the murder weapon. Small traces of dark blue paint around the edge of the trigger guard. Blood sample and gunshot residue found on Mr. Peterson's shirt are consistent with a close-range fire. JP's notes. And you can actually see some of the lines, some of the script. Anything I can do, Inspector? Maybe don't speak. Just ignore him, Seb. So what are you searching for, sir? Now if Naomi is speaking to me, this is the view I will have of Naomi. And the two officers over there to my right. So this is life in the eyes of Neville Parker, or the future detective now. So this actually could be a spoiler for episode 4 of the new series, so if you don't want a spoiler, then skip this part. 2nd of August 2024. There it is. Don Gilet. So that's who Mervyn is. I was thinking, I actually don't know who Mervyn is. But there is the answer. Maybe I've got the inside scoop. Selwyn still features, Naomi features, Darlene and Seb. Is Seb new? Maybe I need to catch up, but I'm not sure I know of Seb. There are so many case files here. And you can see the uniforms here. This looks like Neville's outfit maybe, and this looks more Humphrey maybe, perhaps. They've got the music playing from this little TV in the corner. I didn't know the name of it, but apparently it's called You're Wondering Now by Roland Alfonso and John something. And I've managed to find some paperwork with Neville Parker's name on it. This was the vehicle I was referring to earlier. So I'm going to take it to D.I. Neville's former desk and just have a read over his request. I'm just going to make some notes on my investigations here. So when they're on set, as an example, they will have breakfast at 6:05 and lunch from 1 o'clock. This is episode 7, filmed on the 23rd of October. Abby Singer, Block 5. Selwyn Patterson works a 49-hour week. This is Darlene's desk behind me. She has quite a wobbly chair. It does spin around. I'm sat at Darlene's desk and I just looked in her top drawer. Maybe she shouldn't have left things lying around, but it's the Martini call sheet. The final filming day. Don, you can keep the cat Gilet. Don the Adonis Warrington. Chantal, shall we shoot at Jackson? Eugenie Aha Holder and Shaquille Daddy Al Yabua look like the characters in this one. Some more case files there, and there is a shop inside here. You can buy t-shirts, bags, caps, and a handmade Harry, apparently. So this is Marlon's old desk. Maybe Seb's desk now? Maybe I should know who Seb is. And here is the printer when they print things off. I don't know if the printer is usually there when they actually film. I feel as though it was somewhere else. I might be wrong. The boards where they would put the pictures up of the suspects, Scooby-Doo like. I've spent quite a lot of time in here now, and it's just started raining outside by the looks of things. But I was going to head down to the port area where lots of people have been seen off, including Camille on a boat off the island of Saint-Marie. So I've just milked it in the Honoré police station. The person working there, called Yanis, I think, was very kind. He offers to take lots of pictures with me sat at desks and outside the Honoré Police sign at the front. And I was a bit sceptical about spending €15. But if you're able to spend more time here, which I have to I have to go back to the cruise terminal. But if you're able to spend as much time as possible, it's definitely worth the €15. You could spend a whole day in there going through the case files, depending on your interest in Death in Paradise. I was looking for any case file that had Camille's work attached to it. I couldn't find any. It was about 6, maybe 7 years ago that she would have been working here, so maybe it's all in the archives. And now I'm going to head to the sort of port area. And also the guy who works here, at least today for me, I asked if I was to leave and come back later, am I allowed to enter again without paying? And he said, yeah, that's fine. He said he might be closing a bit earlier today because it's so quiet, but a very, very pleasant experience, and I would definitely recommend it. Having said that, if you are on a budget, I actually considered doing this. Is basically you can go right up to the entrance of the police station and look into it from the outside. I didn't get challenged at that point because that's what I did at first. So I presume if you were to do that, you could probably get some pictures from the outside, even with yourself in it, looking inside the police station. So that is another option. Ah, bonjour. Sorry, that was just an amigo from my voyage. Turns out he's in Deshaies as well. It looks like he took a private minibus. That bus I was on this morning, it was 100% locals except for me, at least on the face of it. And I was the only one going all the way to Deshaies, or to Saint-Marie. But it was a very enjoyable bus journey, just sitting there with the locals. I'm not sure where I'm walking. This is the main street in Saint-Marie. And I walked in one of the back streets just to see if there was anything else going on, and there were some sort of wild cockerels. But other than that, not much. I like this place a lot. I don't really want to leave. And I'm just going to walk towards the water until I find the boardwalk, so to speak, at the harbour front now. And I can see over there where you often see arrivals coming into Saint-Marie and departures as well. So I'm going to walk around, and there's a bridge here which I'll cross and then walk up. And this is all within walking distance. When you get off the bus in the centre-ville de Deshaies, it's right on the bus stop's doorstep, I suppose. So from the centre, it's probably no longer than an 8-minute walk here, and to the police station maybe 4 minutes. So it's all within walking distance. I kind of just want to stop and stand here for eternity. This is the third time I'm going to say it, but it really is paradise. This is where Camille, Florence would have departed by boat. Both with fond interest from detectives Humphrey and Neville, respectively. And I seem to remember an episode, lots of episodes actually, but a few episodes here on the left where there was a yacht here and there was something going on, like smuggling on the boat. And I remember Selwyn Patterson coming to meet the owner of the yacht or something along those lines, and it turns out the person that Selwyn Patterson actually knew was either the murderer or something to do with the murder. But that's this left-hand side of the port area. And then here is where you often see the characters leaving Saint-Marie to sail around the cove. And I know there was one episode where the team actually got stranded on an island, so they would have left from here to get to the island by boat, and because of the bad weather they couldn't get back. From here you can see the church, which is just to the left of the police station, and Catherine's bar, and there's a nice breeze in this area as well. And this is me reenacting the scene where Humphrey nearly falls into the water after saying goodbye to Camille. Bing 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 bing. I just stopped here at the seafront to have an orange, and my head started to feel more and more like a potato, so I didn't have anything. I've got the long hair at the back to sort of cover a bit of my ears and neck, but at the front I have my massive forehead exposed, so I've had to use a dirty kitchen towel, which I'd already rubbed my orangey hands on, to cover my forehead. It actually looks alright, I think. Well, it does the job anyway. I found another one. This one was from my room, it was at the bottom of my bag. I think I'd rubbed some of my dirty chicken fingers on it. But I put it around my nose because my nose was turning into a tomato as well. And after this I'm going to head back towards the centre-ville to get the bus back to Pointe A Pitre, and if I have time I'll have a petit peu marchand around Pointe A Pitre. I don't know how hot it is, it's just gone midday. There's these really nice houses. It's just gone midday. Mad Dogs and Englishmen. It's actually spitting a little bit, which is giving a tiny bit of respite, but it is so hot. And I'm dressed like Humphrey as well, which doesn't help. I mean, even Neville Parker, he was wearing shorts quite a bit later on in the series anyway. I found some shade-ish by the beach, along which Neville and Florence recently had their chat. I think where Neville basically said, Florence, you didn't want me last time, so I don't want to risk it again, or something like that. Before he went against what he said there and decided to try again with her. Obviously didn't have the courage of his convictions. So I've kind of finished my tour of Deshaies now, of Saint-Marie, and I'm now going to start to leave Saint-Marie, sadly. So here is the real municipal police station in Saint-Marie, no, in Deshaies. The other one was in Saint-Marie, the Honoré police station. And this building behind me, Police Municipale, is the real thing in Deshaies. I'm not sure what time the bus is back. I'm sort of halfway back towards the area where the bus driver said it was. Just walking around Deshaies, and here found a statue of Louis Delp, officier de couleur dans les armées de la République. Il combat à Sainte-Lucie, Saint-Vincent, Guadeloupe. Okay, so I've just spotted a bus stop. So potentially that's where I'll be getting the bus back. But I'm going to carry on walking up. I can see the bus 103 now. Maybe it's going to do a round circle. Have a look. I was just zooming in on the fruits growing on the trees. I'm waiting at this bus stop. I think there's 2 drunk people behind this wall. At least they're slurring their words anyway. I don't know if the bus is going to go up to where the port area was and then come back down this road. I believe so. I'll wait here for a few minutes to see. Just while I was waiting at the bus stop, I spotted this car reversing out this house. It looks like quite a tricky manoeuvre. So let's see how he gets on. Now there's a tight tree and a post here. This is what I'm interested in. Nice, nice, nice.
C'est soit nous on va faire notre travail. C'est quoi faire taille ou l'autre là?
C'est pour Pointe A Pitre. Merci bien.
Hein? C'est pas faire
This bus is luxury. I was waiting for the bus and it didn't come, so I knew the Pointe A Pitre police station was just not far away, so I thought I'd go back and get a picture of me behind a prison cell. Which the guy, again, he was still there, he kindly took a picture of me behind the prison cell. And I saw the bus here, so I quickly sprinted back, but it looks like he's waiting here in the centre-ville. So managed to get on the bus okay, and it probably takes around just under 2 hours to get back. So at the moment it's, I don't know what time it is, it's nearly 2 o'clock I think, so I expect to be back at the Gare routière de Pointe A Pitre à 3h peut-être, 3h30, je ne sais pas. I'm off the bus now. I've returned to Pointe A Pitre, and it turns out I got the number 104 bus back. I actually thought I was on the 103. The 104 bus, I just checked, and I'll see if I can post the timetable in this video, if I can. The 104, it doesn't even go to Deshaies, so I think the driver changed it while we were driving somewhere. I'm pretty sure I got the 103. So if you're coming to Guadeloupe on a cruise, or coming to Pointe A Pitre and you want to go to Deshaies from Pointe A Pitre, then the 103 bus is the one you want to look for. And if you're at the cruise terminal, if you're exiting, you just take a left and then another left, and the bus station is around a 5-minute walk away, and you just get the 103 bus. I think they run quite regularly, probably at least every half an hour. So I've passed cruise terminal number 1 again. This morning I went left towards Gare routière, but now I've gone to the right side just to look around Pointe A Pitre, and as you come around the corner, the first thing you'll come across is the cruise terminal number 2. At this moment of time there's some kind of yacht there. think there's a park a bit further up where I'm walking, which I'll have a look at. At the moment, where I'm standing is, if you imagine that butterfly in the previous video, that's essentially the shape of Guadeloupe. And I'm essentially in the middle of the butterfly on the lower side. And it's not busy at all here. Hardly anybody walking about. Seems very slow paced here. Here is the water that runs up in the middle of the butterfly. And I mentioned a park, it's more a square than a park. I think it's called Place de la Victoire. There is some greenery at the back, but I wouldn't say it's anything too impressive. I've made my way to the Église Catholique Saint-Pierre et Saint-Paul. There isn't much information in terms of like a plaque, perhaps that would be missing with the construction date. But the nave and the roof are made of metal, which is quite interesting. No, sorry. Je n'ai pas.
I'm sorry.
I don't have a lighter. No, I don't have. I don't have.
Comment tu parles anglais? You speak English?
Un petit peu, ouais. Je n'ai pas.
Je comprends ton histoire de anglais.
Yeah, so the nave and the roof columns are made of metal, but like I say, there isn't much other information that you can find out about this place as you're here. I'd say the building fits in quite nicely with the character of the city, i.e. slightly shabby chic. I'm just keeping an eye on what that guy's up to who approached me. But apparently this is made by the Jolly House in the Argenteuil region in Paris. And to be honest, I'd say it's skippable. That same man is approaching other people, even the locals, so I think he's looking for a lighter. But even when I said I didn't have one, he seemed to just sort of stay there and say nothing else. Yeah, I don't know if you can sort of get a sense. These streets are quite run down, quite poor. Near the port area in Pointe A Pitre. And I did notice some homeless people in the Place de la Victoire, or the park that I was sitting in for lunch as well. There's quite a lot of street art in Pointe A Pitre. Je vais maintenant à le marché. Hello. Ça va bien? Et tout? Pardon? Non, je crois seulement. Pas moment. Pretty sparse market with many bottles of sauces. That market was on Rue Saint-Jean-Perse, and it looks like on the adjacent street, Rue Freban. I'm back at the cruise terminal now, and that's pretty much the end of my day here in Guadeloupe, the French West Indies. And my suggestion would be, if you are arriving in Pointe A Pitre, find something else to do, or find something to do that is not in Pointe A Pitre. Most of it, to me at least, is skippable. The only thing really is just to get to know the way of life here. There isn't much tourism here, which I quite like, but other than that, there really isn't much to see. And like I say, if you are into Death in Paradise, then it's pretty easy to get the 103 bus from the bus station, which is about a 5-minute walk, 2 lefts from the cruise terminal, and get the 103 bus back. And you can do that round trip in around 6 hours, and you get to see most things. Most people here can understand English, mais si en français parle, c'est bon. And actually, one more tip: if you are going to the Honoré police station in Deshaies, then the cost is €15 or £20 or $20. So you're better off bringing euros.